Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening. Rumbi Zoyashe. Good evening. How are you today? Thank you so much. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Much appreciated. Gift, how are you doing? Good to see you. Ntlaka, how are you? Please tap the screen, share the live. Tap the screen, share the live. Tap the screen, share the live. Tap the screen and share the live. Tap the screen and share the live. Tap the screen. Tap the screen and share the live. Tap the screen and share the live. Merci, good evening. How are you? Thank you. Tap the screen and share the live. 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 Good evening, guys. How are you? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Good evening. How are you? Good evening. How are you? Good evening. Good evening. Tap the screen and share the live. Thanks for your service, Dr. Wilbert Mutoko. I'm Kakosi Isaac from Uganda, MSc in Economics, first year 2. Wow, Isaac, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. How is Uganda today? Ruta from Ethiopia. How are you today? Good to have you, good people. Tap the screen and share the live. I think we are doing very well on liking. Mpo, thank you. Tena, thank you, thank you, thank you. Tap the screen and share the live. We need more people in the room. We are talking about something very, 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 very important. We are talking about something very, very, very crucial. Title for your own research. Wow, Pam God, thank you for the heart me. God bless you. Isaac is saying Uganda is fine, just inviting you for a conference. I would definitely come. I know, Isaac, you have mentioned that before, and I will come there. I will come to Uganda. I'm telling you, I will come to Uganda. I will come to Uganda. I will come to Uganda. I appreciate that. Ruta, thank you very much. Pasca, I see you. Tap the screen and share the live. We are talking about literature mastery. Literature mastery. Isaac says, I'm humbled. Yes, we'll talk. We'll talk, Isaac. We'll see what we can do. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Apparently, I've been having a lot of people from Uganda saying, I must come to Uganda. I'm telling you, it's very humbling. So that's why I'm very sure that by God's grace, I'll be coming to Uganda. I may not know when, but definitely I'm coming there. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Where are you watching us from? Where are you watching us from? It's such a pleasure to be with you tonight. Such a pleasure to be with you tonight. I have learned, there was a time I postponed the live. Tinyiko says, South Africa. Prudy says South Africa. Tiny says Johannesburg. PQ says South Africa. Ntlaka says South Africa. Stein says Cape Town. Ruta, thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. God bless you. South Africa, Palm Gold. South Africa, Kimberly. Zoe. Beatrice, Uganda in the house. Rumbizo, Johannesburg. Namibia, Mabunza. Thank you, good people. Tap the screen and share the live. We are starting in 2 minutes. So we start exactly 7:10. We start in 2 minutes. Mpo, good evening, Dr. Mutoko. Do you have a YouTube channel? South Africa, Soweto. Soweto is in the house. Thank you, Mpo. Yes, I have a YouTube channel, but I have not been very active there. I post here and there, but there is something I'm not doing right. I know what I'm not doing right, because what I do is I just put my videos there without thumbnails, without what, because I'm concentrating on the TikTok channel. But yeah, I have a YouTube channel. Takuzo, Zimbabwe. How is Zimbabwe today? Masi, majority in South Africa. Okay. Yeah, so yes, when you get to my YouTube channel, don't be disappointed. I have more than 9,000 subscribers, but my videos there have very few views because I'm not doing what YouTube wants. But I use it as a place to, like a backup. I use it as a backup because you see on YouTube, you need to do the thumbnails, even the video titles. You can't do the same video titles that you do on TikTok, then you just put on YouTube. You need to actually take your time. So I don't have that time to take care of YouTube for now, unfortunately. Ruta, after how many minutes will you start the lecture, Doc? In 1 minute, Ruta. In 1 minute, we started 10 past. Ulaute, hello, Dr. Wilbert. How are you, Ulaute? Letabonolo. Good evening, everybody. I'm from South Africa. I thought I should join as an honor student. Yes, you are welcome. You are most welcome. We have undergrads here. We have honors. We have postgraduate diplomas. We have masters. We have PhD. So you are welcome. We also have academics here. We have professors. We have doctors as well attending. So beautiful stuff. And anybody who wants to do, like, if you want to come on the panel and answer questions or ask questions, you're most welcome. Moki, thank you so much for the rose. God bless you. Tap the screen and share the live. Let's go beyond 100 people for now. Hi, Doc. That Michi says, hi, Doc. Honor student here doing research methodology and HRM research project. Welcome. You're most welcome. You are in the right place. Litabonolo says, thanks a lot, Doc. I can't wait for today's research. Most welcome, most welcome, most welcome. We make research simple. We make it fun. We make it fashionable. Then we have Adrian says, finalist suffering with my research. This topic looks insightful. Beautiful. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Ula also says, I'm good, say I'm from Botswana. You taught me back in 2020 at BAC. Wow. I'm happy. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here. God bless you. It's 10 past. Stam. We have a timekeeper. Stam says it's 10 past. Okay, good people, we can start straight away. So we are talking about literature mastery. Literature mastery. Make sure your notebook and your pen are ready. Many people think that to do a literature review means to just do a summary. A literature review is not a summary. A literature review is not a place where you demonstrate that you have read a lot. But it's a place where you show us that you understand the story. There has to be some intertwining. Lisa Ford, good evening, Doc. Yolanda here. Thank you for the live session. Most welcome, Yolanda. Appreciate you. Okay, good people, thank you. I see we are now 125 in the room. Let's invite more people. We should go beyond 500. And then our likes can keep on going. Francis, thank you for the roses. God bless you. So, part one, the why. What the literature review really is. Part one. Don't worry, I will check your comments and your questions later on. But for the sake of structure, it's important for us to start looking at the notes, okay? So if you see me looking on the other side, I'm checking some notes because I've learned that when I come live, I should not just come anyhow, and then in the end you wonder, what have we learned? So I want a proper structure. I've seen that it helps a lot of you. So part one is the why. Many of you write to me and you say, I'm stuck. I don't know where to start with my literature. You know why you are stuck? It's because you don't have a why. W-H-Y. You don't have a why. So let's start there. The why, what the literature review really is. So the truth of the matter is that you don't have to prove to us that you read a lot, but you must read a lot. And it's not the place where you just show that you can summarize what different people are writing. So, for example, you write John 2020, Peter's 2021, Lisa 2018. They say this, they say this. No, that's not a literature review. It's a summary. We want you to write a literature review. Okay? So, this is a place where you prove you understand the conversation. So the literature review is actually a conversation between you and the reader. Okay? So when I'm doing external examining, it means when I'm reading your literature review, you are having a conversation with me. By the way, for the sake of those of you who are just joining for the first time and you don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Wilbert Mutoko. I'm a research mentor. I'm a senior lecturer. I'm a researcher. And I've been an external examiner for the past 13 years. So one of the biggest advantages that I have when I'm talking to students, when I talk to academics, is because for 13 years, I have been a conference chair, international research conference chair. Not talking of me presenting at the conference, but organizing the conference. And then I've also been, and I'm still a reviewer of journals. I've been an editor of a journal. And then at the same time, by God's grace, I've won 16 awards, 4 from the UK and 12 from Africa. And then at the same time, I've won awards as a researcher, some awards as a senior lecturer. Okay, and I've supervised more than 40 postgraduate students to completion. And I've written books, guides, and checklists. So that helps me a lot because that experience, especially the experience of being in class, and then you go out there, you are researching, okay? And then on top of it, you are an external examiner. Because then the advantage is that I understand the thinking of an external examiner while I understand the thinking of a research supervisor and a research mentor at the same time. I hope that makes sense to you. So yeah, that's what I bring on the table and I hope you will benefit from it. So those of you who have watched a lot of my videos, thank you, Moaki, for that heart me. Those of you who have watched my videos, you see I talk a lot about examiners. Why? Because I'm an examiner. You making it in your proposal, in your literature chapter, in your thesis, is all about the examiner. If you can learn how an examiner thinks, man, you are good. Even those of you that have prepared for the defense, proposal defense or thesis defense, you know it, that I will be talking about the examiner because I'm an examiner for 13 years. Anyway, let's forget about that. So, a literature review is not a list of summaries. Nope. It's not a list of summaries. It is not author A said this, author B said this. That's what most students do, including PhD students. Your literature review is your research map. I want you to type research map. Your literature review is your research map. You see, the map helps you to know where to go, right? The map guides you on how you should go and where you should go. So your literature review is your research map. It answers number one. The literature review answers number one. What do scholars already know? Some of you, after this, you are going to open your computer and begin to redo your literature. What you called literature chapter is not a literature chapter. Some of you, after this, you are going to begin to see that, but at the end of the day, we are going to simplify it. I love it when people tell me that they have watched my lives and they have watched my videos and they have been transformed. Many people give testimonies. Somebody called me the other day and he said, Doc, you have no idea how much I have improved by just watching your videos for free. I said, that's very good. Thank you, Francis. I said, that's very good. Then he said, you are happy that I didn't pay you anything and I'm benefiting from your videos. I said, that's why I started the channel. So if you are becoming better, even without paying me, I'm happy. He was shocked. Because many people believe that everything must be money, 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 money. Of course, there are some of you who then come to me, who WhatsApp me, you click the link in my bio, or you DM me and you say, what, Doc, I need a one-on-one with you. When that happens, definitely you pay money for having a one-on-one with me because I'm personalizing the advice. I'm guiding you. I'm putting myself in that place where I am actually responsible to help you, whether it's for that 1 hour, or it's for 1 week, or it's for 1 month, or it's for the whole duration of your studies. You will have to pay for that one. But if you can make it without paying me, I'm happy. Some of you will say, I don't have money for one-on-one. What can I do? I have checklists, I have guides, I have books that you can buy for $10, for $20, for $30, and you do well. I'm happy with that. The literature review is your what? Your research map. It answers Muska. Thank you very much for the heart me. God bless you. Thank you, good people. I see you are liking and sharing the live. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. So it answers number one, what do scholars already know? Number two, what do they disagree on? I hope somebody is typing this. I hope somebody is writing notes. I hope someone is typing notes. I want you to take this seriously. Have your notes so that when you go to your literature chapter, you check whether you have these things. Many of you, your literature section is yes. Nafula says, what is already known? Okay? And then MJ says, how do I reach out to you? I will give you my email address. And then at the same time, you can WhatsApp me or you can DM me. It's still fine. So what do scholars already know? That's number one. Bonnie says writing notes, Doc. Well done. Number two, what do the authors disagree on? That is where most people miss it. That is where most people miss it. They know what other authors or other scholars have said, but they don't know where the authors disagree. Please. It's not just what they have written, but it's where do they also disagree. Number three, what is missing? So we have heard what other authors say. Then the second thing is we are saying, where do they disagree? And then we are saying, what is missing? And number four, where does your study fit in? How sweet is that? What do scholars say? Where do they disagree? What is missing? And your study, where does it come in? Amazing stuff. Think of it like this. If your research topic is a city, the literature review is Google Maps. I'll repeat that. If your research topic is a city, your literature review is Google Maps. Without Google Maps, you are driving in the dark. It will be very difficult for you to maneuver around. Have you ever been in a place that you don't know? No, you are not too late, Dr. Tebo. Thank you, you're welcome. Have you ever been in a place where you don't know where you are going? And then you put on the GPS. You put on GPS and it begins to tell you 10 left. In 200 meters, 10 right. In this 10, go straight. Like that. It makes life easy. So your literature review is that map that helps somebody when they are maneuvering through your study. Never forget that your literature chapter is actually a conversation. Okay, so that was part one. Part two, the biggest mistake. The biggest mistake. Thank you, Francis. Thank you for those gifts. I appreciate them. God bless you. God bless you. Let's keep tapping the screen and sharing the live. The biggest mistake, confusing summary with synthesis. Confusing summary with synthesis. Confusing summary with synthesis. Lai says, is it necessary to have subsections in literature review writing? Yes. But it also depends. Dr. Tebo say, I'm happy you are alive. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, Isaac is saying at Dr. Tebo Chirunga, I'm happy you are live at Dr. Wilbert's session. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, yes, subsections are encouraged. Subsections are encouraged. But you see, the thing is, I try not to generalize. For most fields, yes. But there are certain fields where things are not done the same way like other fields. Okay? So let me stop there on that answer. Here is where most students fail. They write like this. Shumba 2021 found that social media affects student performance. Full stop. Mutoko 2022 also found out that social media affects student performance. Dlamini 2023 found that social media affects student performance. Really? So what are you saying? That's a summary. That's not a synthesis. That's the biggest challenge I've ever seen. Every time I examine, every time I sit in research committees, every time I sit or I review papers for a conference, this is the biggest pain. People don't understand the difference between synthesis and summary. Isaac says, Doctor, what is the difference between literature review and research gap? Okay, we have talked about that one before. Maybe I should bring it up another time. Now, I have seen that it's not everybody who gets these things the same way. So allow me to skip that one for now so that we won't confuse some of the people here. Okay? But definitely your literature review must show us the research gap. So if you look at part one, the last question, you look at that question. So where does your study fit in? In other words, where is the research gap? If there is no research gap, then your study is not important. I hope that makes sense to you. So please stay away from Shumba says this one says this one says this. But for a start, it's okay. You summarize like that, then you come back to those authors if possible. Now we want to know. You have told us what they know. Now we want to know, where are they differing? If the three are agreeing, it's okay. Tell us this one and this one and this one are agreeing. However, this one and this one, they say this something different. I hope that's making sense. If all the authors you are citing are agreeing, then something is missing in your literature review. That is not a synthesis. That is a WhatsApp forward message. Okay, so what is synthesis? What is synthesis? It means you group the research into themes. You group the research into themes. Then you show the relationships. That's why I encourage people to use a literature matrix. Literature matrix, matrix. There are many matrices out there, but there's one which I particularly designed that I give usually to my one-on-one clients. But I think I should make it available on my website as well, and maybe allow people to download it for $5 or $3 or something. Okay? Because a matrix will help you to be more organized. It will help you to be more organized. There is nothing giving me sleepless nights like literature review. Oh, Cleo, I'm sorry about that. But I hope after this session, your eyes will be better opened. Obviously, we can't finish everything on this live because there is a lot we can talk about. But I'm just giving you the tips. So when we say synthesis, we are simply saying arrange the different studies that you are getting from different people. You need to arrange them according to themes. And then you show the relationships. One, who agrees? Do you see that we are sort of answering what we were saying in part one, those questions? Now we are saying you have your themes, and then you are checking the relationships between the different authors. Who agrees? Who disagrees? Number two. Who disagrees? Number three, what conditions change the results? What conditions change the results? Number four, what patterns keep repeating? What patterns keep repeating as you are checking the different scholars? Beautiful stuff. I hope we are enjoying it. Now, let's make it a bit practical. Let's make it a bit practical. Now, but that's now part three, the synthesis method. And we are going to use what I call the three-step formula. The three-step formula. Just see if somebody is commenting. I'm having defense on Friday too. All the best with the defense. Many people that have gone for defense, they give me testimonies that they've done very well. But if it becomes too much for you, or you are afraid, or you don't know what to do, hey, today is what? Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. You still have Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, if you need coaching for the defense, let me know. But if you are fine, I'm happy for you, and I wish you the best. Or somebody saying, what if you are researching on a current topic like CBC curriculum, which has no literature review? That's a very tricky one. Eh? Francis, thank you very much. God bless you. That's a very tricky one. That's why most of the time I discourage students from studying something that completely doesn't have literature. But it also depends on which field it is and what your university guides you to do. But I would love to stay away from topics that gives me sleepless nights because there is no literature. Because remember, we are saying the literature, you have to check what others are saying. So if there are no people saying anything, then you have a tough one. Please, Doc, would there be a recorded version of this lecture? Yes, there will be. I'll put it on YouTube. Then I'll send you the link. But maybe it can take a few days or a week. But I will do that. Like right now, I just uploaded the recording for last week Tuesday's live. I'm going to share the link after this through WhatsApp and through our channel. Onelisa, where were you in my honors year? Everything is starting to make sense. Thank you so much, Doctor. Oh, wow. Onelisa, thank you so much. I'm humbled to hear that. I'm sorry we didn't cross paths, but I'm happy you are here. And then, yeah, I think the rest I will check them later. A little help will be appreciated. My topic is on social media and government accountability. Oh, interesting. So we mentioned social media. Mashdi, thank you. Francis, thank you. God bless you for those gifts, guys. So we are talking social media and you actually doing that topic. Dr. Thibo Chirunga says, is synthesis in literature a tool for organizing knowledge or a tool for reconstructing knowledge? That's a very interesting one. I would love to hear what people will comment in the comment section. What will you answer, good people? Is synthesis in literature a tool for organizing knowledge or a tool for reconstructing knowledge? I'd love to hear what people think about that. Voi says, please send us the link or upload it on your bio. Okay, all right, thank you. Do that. For example, if I have literature from one country, should I get similar ones from the same country? Definitely. Depends on what your topic is. You might also need to get literature from other countries. Like the other day, I was reviewing a doctoral dissertation for one of my clients, and he did a 3-country study. So he had to get literature. Okay, he got literature from the whole of Africa, then he brought it down to Southern Africa, and then he brought it down to the 3 countries that he was focusing on. Adrian says, Doctor, what is the least number of articles required for literature review? That depends on the field, number one. Number two, it also depends on your level. Remember, we have people who are undergrads here. We have honors, we have masters, we have PhD. So the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. The higher you go, the more articles we expect. So for example, PhD, the time when we were doing PhD, they told us that you cannot submit a dissertation and you have not gone through 250 or more journal articles, not just journal articles, but peer-reviewed ones. 250 for PhD sounds good enough, isn't it? And then for masters, anything above 100 should be good enough. But you see, the thing is, we also don't want to dwell too much on how many, because some people will now have 1,000, but out of the 1,000, there's nothing quality, because the quality of your references also matters. Can I have your email? I need assistance with my work. Okay, I will do that. Just in a minute. Yes, so that's a general guide. Okay, info@worthcreationsa.com. info@worthcreationsa.com. Okay, cool. Part 3, the synthesis method. I'm giving you the 3-step formula. This one has worked for quite a lot of my mentees and my research students as well. Step 1, group sources by themes, not authors. Now, I know that people use different matrices. I said it earlier. And there's so much emphasis on the authors, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But we didn't answer what the doc asked earlier on. Is it for reconstructing knowledge or is for, arranging knowledge? I would say it's more for arranging the knowledge that is already there. In a way, it might also be used for reconstructing, but in this sense, it's more for constructing. Guys, continue to tap the screen. A tool to restructure knowledge. Okay, I love that. I believe it is for organizing and reconstruction of, both of them. I agree. Thank you. Okay, cool. So, step 1, group sources by themes, not necessarily by authors. But remember, if you have been grouping by authors, I'm not saying it's wrong. Thank you, Francis. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Number 2, compare and connect the findings. Compare and connect the findings. Number 3, write the because sentence. Because sentence. Write the because sentence, which shows the relationships among the different studies that you have found. Now, let's do an example. I always feel like if we do an example, we don't leave out some people. I am hoping that as God helps us, because I know that we have some people that pictorial, for lack of a better word. There are some people that don't get things without showing them. So I'm looking for an opportunity where I will actually have a whiteboard and I'll be jotting down some things there just to make sure I cater for everyone. Some of you, when I tell the stories, you easily get. Some of you, you actually need to see some things being written. I've been willing to learn how to use the whiteboard on TikTok. Hey, but I have not yet managed to learn it. Yo, it takes time to learn things here on TikTok, guys. You see that thing I wrote on top there, literature mastery. It took me months to learn it. I'll see other people are live and they put that thing and I wondered what are they doing. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos, watched some and finally I watched some TikTok videos and they showed me I can do this. So yeah, I would like to, if one of you knows how to use the whiteboard on TikTok, please feel free to teach me so that next time when we are doing it, we just have, thank you, Mashti, we will be able to, cater for those of you who are visual. Yeah, that's the way that I was looking. Please, do you have your lessons on YouTube? Yeah, on YouTube, I can't say I have lessons there. My major platform is TikTok. YouTube, I put my videos there, but I let me just say I do on TikTok. YouTube, I just post the videos there. But I will share the link with you anyway. Okay, cool. So we got that. That's the 3-step formula. Esther, thank you. God bless you. Francis, you are on fire. God will bless you abundantly. So that's the 3-step formula. Number 1, group sources by themes, not authors. Step 2, compare and connect the findings. Step 3, write the because sentence, the relationship. Now, let's do a simple example. Topic: the impact of load shedding on small businesses in South Africa. The impact of load shedding on small businesses in South Africa. That's the topic. Now, as you are researching, you might be able to see that the recurring themes from all the studies that you are getting. Theme number 1 is financial losses. Theme number 1, financial losses. Theme number 2, coping strategies. Coping as in COPING. Coping strategies. And theme 3, policy and support. So we have 3 major themes: financial losses, coping strategies, then policy and support. Okay? Now, you don't write author A, author B, author C. We are trying to stay away from just lumping the names of authors. You see, so when you use themes, it becomes different. What was number 1 and 2? Okay, on the themes. Is it on the themes or part 1, part 2? Okay, so we said theme 1. Let me see. Maybe I can just go back a little. We said step 1 is group sources by themes, not authors. Step 2, compare and connect the findings. Step 3, write the because sentence, the relationship. Okay? So we then gave an example of a topic: the impact of load shedding on small businesses in South Africa. Theme 1, financial losses. Theme 2, coping strategies. Theme 3, policy and support. You don't write author A, author B, and author C. You write like this. I'm giving you an example. Those who are writing notes, I'm giving you an example. Across studies, load shedding is consistently linked to reduced daily revenue for small businesses, particularly in food and retail services. However, businesses that invested in alternative power sources such as generators or solar systems reported smaller losses, suggesting that access to capital is a key moderating factor. So at this juncture, we are not really worried about the authors, but we are concerned about making sure that the themes that are recurring are part of the paragraph that we have written. So we are taking it step by step. We are not hurrying it. So do you see where we normally miss it? Laish says, I think you can use back camera. Oh, okay. I can use back camera. I'll try that. Okay, I've repeated the steps. Compare and connect findings. 1 and 3 I've repeated. Isaac says, my lecturer at Honors told me not to look for a research topic which was over-researched. True, Doc. Yes. Avoid topics that are over-researched, but at the same time also avoid topics that have no literature. That's my opinion. I've seen students really struggling. Very brilliant students, you struggle because, remember, this is scientific research, and scientific research says check what other scholars have said, and there's nothing. It's painful. Okay, did you hear that? That's a synthesis. That example I gave you is a synthesis. You are thinking like a researcher. Maybe I should repeat that. Across studies, load shedding is consistently linked to reduced daily revenue for small businesses, particularly in food, retail, and services. However, businesses that invested in alternative power sources such as generators or solar systems reported smaller losses, suggesting that access to capital is a key moderating factor. Okay, let's look at part 4. Let's look at part 4, a realistic story. Why synthesis feels hard. Good day, sir. Is it possible to have a research topic that has 2 independent variables? Yeah, I've seen that happening. 2 independent variables. Do you have an example of such a topic? Maybe it can help us, but usually we expect independent and dependent. It's possible, depending on the field also. You know, when I do research mentorship, I've learned that you can't generalize everything. Like, for example, guys in engineering, the way they write their proposals is not the same way that guys in other fields write their proposals. So if you say yes, it's like you are commonizing everybody, you are commonizing all the fields, and that's going to be problematic. But for a realistic story, why synthesis feels hard? Let me tell you why synthesis feels hard. Because the first time you do it, it feels you are trying to cook a pot of stew with 20 different ingredients, and you are scared it will taste like nonsense. But here's the secret. You don't need 50 sources to synthesize. You don't necessarily need 50 sources. Am I saying you mustn't have a lot of sources? No. But I'm saying to synthesize, to come up with themes, to group the studies and find the relationships between the studies. That's synthesis. You group the different studies that you have found in themes and you find the relationships among them. That's synthesis. So that you can stay away, from summarizing. Okay? You need 5 strong sources per theme. 5 strong sources per theme. When we say 5 strong sources, let me give you an example so that you can get me very well. Lai says, I will be defending my proposal next week and I'm already nervous. Please don't be nervous, ne? Don't be nervous. Just take it easy. Make sure you prepare. Do a mock defense with a friend, with your wife, with your husband, with whoever is there. If you don't have someone, you can do your mock defense with me, although you have to pay money for that. Lai says, I just feel like I know nothing about it. No. You see, this live is not meant to scare you. Keep tapping the screen and sharing the live. It's not meant to scare you. It's not meant for you to feel that you are not ready, but rather is to empower you. You will realize that what you are doubting may not be that bad. And what I have seen with many students, actually, when I do their reviews, many students, can I say many? Some students, not many. Some students, you find out that they already have all the necessary literature, but it's not arranged properly. So now I guide them on how to arrange it properly so that it becomes a map. It becomes a conversation. Have you seen that many of us here, we are not good at telling stories? Do you know that? It's a skill to learn to tell a story. It's a skill. So you need to make sure your literature is a conversation. Okay? Okay. I wanted to give you an example. When we say 5 strong sources. When I was doing PhD, I did my PhD in South Africa, in the Northwest Province. But I was coming from Gaborone, Botswana. I was so naive. Sometimes I laugh at myself now. I was so naive because I thought, because I'm coming from Botswana, Botswana is mine. So I know what's happening there. I stay there. Now, professors and doctors in South Africa, for some reason, I was so naive. I didn't realize they are researchers, so they even know their colleagues in Botswana. So when I got a chance to present, because I'm a professional speaker, so I stood there, man, and I spoke powerfully and passionately about financing and managing small, medium enterprises in Botswana, in the manufacturing sector. In fact, before I did that, I told them I'm a motivational speaker. I speak on radio. I speak on television. I've written 3 books. Boy. I was fried that day. I was fried. And I didn't even have a supervisor. I just went there by fire, by force. Because they say you must get a supervisor. Where do I get a supervisor? I didn't find one. So I talked to the office. Thank you, Francis. God bless you. I spoke to the people at the office. I say, I have a proposal. I want to come there. So when I finished speaking, the chair asked the panel to say, anybody who wants to comment on what Wilbert has presented, and the room was quiet. And in my heart, I was thinking, this is my area. I speak in banks, in governments. I speak in different places. I do consulting and what. They can't even comment on what I have said. You don't play with academics, my friend. That was the first and last time. Even at a research conference, you will never hear me say I'm Dr. Wilbert Mutoko. I've done what? No, I have no achievements. I have no achievements and I have no titles. Because I was baptized that day, I realized academics just don't care. They will be looking, some of them will be having their spectacles like this, and they are looking at you on top of the spectacles. Some don't have spectacles, of course, but they just have a criteria. And they don't care about your dressing. They don't care about what you have achieved in the past and in the present and in the future. Nobody cares. So anyway, to illustrate the point of strong sources, that's why I said you can have 1,000 sources, but how quality are they? How much quality do they carry? So after everybody was quiet, after my presentation, there was one young professor who raised his hand and he said, do you know Professor Greenberg at BIPA in Gaborone? I said, no. He said, do you know Professor Pansiri at the University of Botswana? I said, no. He said, do you know Professor so-and-so, Professor so-and-so, Professor? All of them, I didn't know them. I began to feel ashamed now. Because I thought I had killed it, but now it's like I'm being killed. So that professor said, so if you have not cited the leading scholars in Botswana, who have you cited? Who did you cite? Do you see now? My reference list was questionable. Let me give you another. So right now, although now I'm in South Africa for the past 3 years, in Botswana, If you write a thesis or a dissertation on entrepreneurship and you don't cite me, I don't know who you are citing. Because in my heart, I worked very hard. I say, these guys have cooked me, they have baked me, they have fried me. I want now to become one of the leading scholars on entrepreneurship in Botswana. And now I'm building that same profile in South Africa. So what I'm saying is, there is no way you can say you are writing a study on, for example, strategy, and you don't have Michael Porter in your references. Who are you citing? Who are you citing without Michael Porter? So in your area, who are the top 10 scholars, well-known scholars, that when they cough, the whole country or the whole continent shakes? When they give a public lecture, CEOs, cabinet ministers, top people, they attend. Who are those people? Majdi, thank you so much. God bless you. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. The quality of your sources also matters. Stop getting these sources that you get from AI of people that are not known, that some of them don't even exist. Stop over-trusting AI. Stop over-trusting AI. Be very careful. Every field has got its top scholars, and you must have them in your sources. I've taken much time there, and I hope somebody got helped. So, don't worry about having 50 sources at once. Build slowly. Just start with 5, but make sure they are quality. Make sure they are what? They are quality. Build small, slow. Don't be overwhelmed. Don't overwhelm yourself. Build gradually. If you can synthesize 3 papers, you can synthesize 30. The idea is, are you able to synthesize even just 3 before you go to 30? So Pyrogenesis says, how do you find top scholars? I think I should do another series on that. But in short, what I can say is, number 1, Esther, God bless you. One way you know the top scholars is that their papers are more cited than others. So let's say you are on Google Scholar and you are looking for papers on education or maybe secondary education in Kenya. Okay? You go to Google Scholar, you are searching, and then you see maybe 10, the first 10 or the first 5 papers appearing. Check how many citations they have. Francis, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you for me. You might realize that the first paper has got 2 citations. You now check when was it published. Because it might have 2 citations because it was published yesterday. But if you have a paper that was published 10 years ago and it still has 10 citations, it means the quality is questionable. Okay? And then you will see another one with 1,000 citations. There is a reason why people are citing it. Remember, citing it means we have seen that the paper is good. That's why we are citing it. So the number of citations in one way is one way in which you will know. But there are many other ways. I mean, even if you were to use ChatGPT or any other AI, generative AI, and you ask it, who are the top 10 or top 20 scholars in this area in my country, Uganda? It will give you a list. And then you go to Google Scholar, look for what they have written. That can be another good way of starting. Zoe says, we are told to cite recent studies. What if the top scholars have papers much older than 5 years? Majdi, thank you so much. God bless you for me. God bless you. Okay, so if the top scholars, their papers are older than 5 years, you can still cite them. Most universities will still allow you to cite 10 to 20%, but to be safe, 10% of all your sources can be older than 5 years. It's acceptable. Okay? So when we say recent studies, 5 years, we don't mean all of them, because there will be another citation that goes back to 1894 when the concept was started or when the theory was created. You can still cite 1894, 1938, 1984. It's still fine, but we don't want too many of those. I hope I have answered you there. So start by synthesizing how many? 3. Somebody is here right now. You have been overwhelmed. You didn't know where to start. Start with 3. Don't worry about 300. Don't worry about 30. You do it bit by bit. As long as now you know how to do it. Part 5, critique. Critique is the part most students fear. Guess what? Not only students, including academics. Some of them also fear this critique. Synthesis, I hope we are clear on that one. Critique. Most students think critique means you must fight the authors. You think it's fighting the authors. Tap the screen, share the live. Our engagement has gone down. Now TikTok is giving me an activity because I'm not. Okay, guys, let's keep commenting, tapping the screen, sharing the live. So, you are not necessarily fighting. Pam Golding, thank you. Thank you, Pam God. God bless you. Like this author is wrong. No, you don't have to write this author is wrong. I don't agree with this author. No. That's not what we are saying. Francis, God bless you. Critique is academic judgment. Please type in the comment section. Critique is academic judgment. Pumpkin B, thank you so much. God bless you. At first, you will have seen that I wrote literature synthesis. Donald, thank you so much. God bless you. I wrote literature synthesis. The thing is, the heading that I've put on top there, you see, is very small. It doesn't allow me to write many words because I wanted to write literature synthesis and critique. But it doesn't allow me. So at first I wrote literature synthesis. Then I saw that I'm limiting myself because I also want us to talk about critiquing because it's a major issue. Literature mastery. That's what I ended up putting so that we can cover both synthesis and critique. So critique is what? Academic judgment. Academic judgment. Academic judgment. Academic judgment. Academic judgment. We say the synthesis is what? Let me see if people are following. Ingrid, thank you. God bless you. Synthesis. I just want one person who will tell us what we said about synthesis. What is it? Some people say LR, literature review, must be analytical and coherent. What does it mean? Okay, analytical, meaning to say you should be able to break down things. You must be able to analyze. Okay, coherent means it must be smooth flowing. Remember we said it's a conversation. Grouping themes, thank you so much. Grouping themes and finding the relationships. That's what we call what? Synthesis. Now we are looking at what? Critique or critical analysis, as Nomadic is saying. Thank you so much. So academic judgment, critical analysis, critiquing literature is respectful. It's professional. It's academic. You are not fighting. Okay? Arrange different studies according to themes. Thank you. That's synthesis. Appreciate that. So be respectful but honest. Critique means, I want you to write notes now. Critique means one. So critique means you ask one, how strong is the evidence? How strong is the evidence? Do you see that that's another level? You have synthesized, you have grouped in themes, and you have found the relationships among these. But now, when you critique, you go another level. My Marvelia says, can I come to your inbox? Of course, you're welcome in my inbox. So when you come inbox, guys, avoid just writing hi. I'm tired of people who just write hi. And what I've seen with most people that just write hi, it doesn't go anywhere. I answer you hi, then it ends there. I want a conversation. Okay? I want to assist you. I want to guide you. You need to tell me, I'm so. If you want my WhatsApp number, just ask for the WhatsApp number. But no, because the WhatsApp number I don't give everyone. I assess your conversation with me. I assess it, and then we take it from there. So, but otherwise, tell me who you are, what you're doing, what kind of help you need, and then I will take you more seriously, and we get going. So yes, you can come inbox. You can click the link in my bio as well. That's acceptable. Okay? Or you can send me an email. I'm not sure whether you can still see my email, which I pinned earlier on. Okay, that's my email, info@worthcreationsa.com. info@worthcreationsa.com. Okay, let's not forget where we are. When you are critiquing, you are asking, one, how strong is the evidence? How strong is the evidence? Two, how reliable is the method? How reliable is the method? Three, does the conclusion match the data? Data or data, depending on which part of Africa you come from. Does the conclusion match the data? Because there are some authors, and this one happens a lot, my God. There are some authors that in the conclusion, they will bring up new things that they never wrote in the whole report. The conclusion can have new things. It can even have citations. I'm like, where is this coming from? So you critique. Does the conclusion match the data? The next question is it relevant to my context? Majdi, thank you so much. God bless you. Because whatever the other author is saying may not be relevant to your context. Okay? And then, what is missing? What is missing? My supervisor like changing my paradigms. I'm sorry about that. But it depends on why they are doing it. I might need to talk to you one-on-one if needs be, so that I can understand what kind of study you're doing, at what level, which field, which paradigms are we talking about that your supervisor has been changing. I'm late and I needed this. I'm in the conclusion stage. Okay, you are late for sure, but in less than a week we'll be having the recording. But in case you need quick help, you can DM me and then we'll be able to do a one-on-one. Or you can get one of my guides or my checklists. All right, so let me repeat that. Critique means you ask, one, how strong is the evidence? Two, how reliable is the method that was using, the methodology? Number three, does the conclusion match the data? Alpha says, please, can we talk one-on-one? Yes, you can email me, you can WhatsApp, you can DM me. How much is a one-on-one? Hey, I try to avoid that question. But if you are in South Africa, that's 4,000 rands generally. And if you are outside, it's $265. $265 one-on-one or 4,000 rands. Now, but these days, because I know it's beginning of the year and many people are struggling with money, particularly my friends, the students. So what I'm doing is, let's say, for example, you're coming to me, you want to be assisted with the research topic. We don't just do the research topic. You don't just pay the 4,000 or the $265. We do research topic and it's over. No, I give you a free 1 week of support so that after your topic, I also guide you to do your research problem, your research questions, your hypothesis if needed, your research objectives, and an outline of your methodology and stuff like that. 1 week, I will be supporting you and I don't charge you anything extra. Yeah, so I just find a way to assist you further. So generally, yeah, one-on-one is 4,000 rands or 265 USD. I'd like to get your number. Ooh, your number. Okay, I'll give you the number just now. It's for how many sessions? It's one session, my dear. It's for one session. But like I'm saying, I can give you a whole week where you can WhatsApp me, you can email. I review your work and I assist you and so. But also it depends on what you want, isn't it? Some people will just pay. So let's say somebody wants me to review their whole proposal. Okay? If I'm reviewing your whole proposal, generally we're talking of 6,000 rands. Okay? That 6,000 rands includes what? Includes the meetings that I'm going to have with you. So it means you don't need to pay 4,000. You are paying 6,000 and you have the meeting. You have 1 week support. I review your work. You go and improve on it. You come back. I review it again. You go and do your work. You get my point? Until you submit to your supervisor. So it depends on your circumstance. I don't know why I'm talking figures today. I don't like talking figures in a live, because some people will then come to me and say, but Dr. Mutoko, you were on live and you said you charge 4,000. Now you are telling me that my thesis review is 10,000. Why? Why are you changing? You see? That's why I don't want talking figures, because it depends. I want to assess your situation and help you accordingly. Do you recommend your tips for undergraduate research students? Yes, I do. But you see, the thing is, that's a very good question. And that's why I try to avoid getting into specifics, because now you will be having somebody there thinking, yeah, like you see, I gave an example to say PhD, minimum 250 good sources. Imagine what an undergrad is thinking right now. Hey, 250, because the levels are different. So you will find that the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. But this advice I'm giving you, not advice. Oh, sorry, it's not advice. This education, I'm not giving advice. I give advice when it's one-on-one. If you are an undergrad and you master these things we are talking about, you will become very dangerous. Very dangerous, dangerously good. Dangerously good, I'm telling you. You will become dangerously good. Yes, but what I realize is it's always good when it's a one-on-one. It's easier, because even that's why my guides also, they are not at the same level. My guides, I have guides for undergrad, I have guides for honors, I have guides for masters, I have guides for PhD, then I have guides for everybody. Then even the WhatsApp group, we have WhatsApp group for undergrad, for honors, for masters, for PhD. Why? Because we try to make sure we don't overwhelm. I try to stay away from giving prices, and I also know I have some wonderful people that just come to, that's the link. That's the link there. You can actually, somebody is asking, how do I join the WhatsApp group? You can send a message to that number, to that link, and we'll be able to help you. Critique, I hope we got critiquing, right? How strong is the evidence? How reliable is the method? Does the conclusion match the data? Is it relevant to my context? And what is missing? How can one read articles for literature review to be well structured? Okay, Lerato. Okay, I did a series on that, but for the sake of answering you quickly, there are a number of ways for you to read the literature. For example, you just go through the abstract. Okay, somebody saying, hi, Doc, please also touch a bit on how to read academic papers. I'm struggling. You go through the abstract. That's one of the ways. Check the abstract. Do the methods there agree with what you're trying to do? What about the everything that is there? Does the study sound like it can give you something useful? So you can use abstract. You can also look at the methodology chapter quickly. You can look at the conclusions. and recommendation section. You can look at the major findings. So there are many ways of doing it, but the abstract is the most well-known. Before I read a paper, I look at the abstract and I'll be able to tell, do I want to read the rest? Or this is a waste of my time? Or maybe this is a misfit to what I'm trying to do. Imagine a study done in London about online learning with 15 students, all from one private university. Let me repeat that. Imagine a study done in London about online learning with 15 students, all from one private university. The findings might be valid, but if you are studying public universities in Botswana, Kenya, or South Africa, you can critique it like this. Do you get the point? Because your context is different. That study was done in London. You are in Kenya, you are in Zambia, you are in Uganda, you are in Botswana, you are in South Africa, you are in Zimbabwe, you are in Ghana, you are in Nigeria. Wherever you are in the Middle East, you are in the UK. Okay, if you are in the UK, London is in the UK, right? So let's look at how you can try to critique it. Although the study provides useful insights into student experiences, the small sample size and private university setting may limit generalizability to public institutions in African contexts. That's a critique. Does that make sense to you? So you are looking at a study that was done in London among, in a private university among 15 students. So you look at it and you look at your context. Thank you so much, user 75. God bless you. Wow. TikTok is saying I must stop and announce that user 751542 is the first time you are giving a gift to anyone on TikTok. So TikTok is saying I must announce you and congratulate you for what you have done. Thank you so much. God bless you. Esther, thank you. Much D, God bless you. I appreciate you guys. I really, really appreciate you. Sometimes I will be tired or I'll be busy with other things, but I've learned not to postpone the lives that I promise here. I postponed once, I postponed again another time, and everybody was asking, so, Doc, are you live? Didn't you go live? The following day, I was getting messages, didn't you go live? I said, when you promise, it's a credit. So I've learned, even my family knows, I tell them, the day before I tell them tomorrow, I have a live. If we are doing anything else, I tell them, guys, I need time. I have a live. So you guys matter to me. And you can see why you matter to me, because some of you are busy giving gifts, some are asking questions, some are liking, some are sharing. It's different from a situation where I just come here and I'm saying, hello guys, are you there? It's tiring. I can't be coming every week like that. But when I see you, interacting, and I see you asking questions, I see you liking, sharing, doing all these things, it's encouraging to me. I feel like it's worth continuing to do it. And then when I see you commenting on my videos on the channel, and some of you giving testimonies of how these videos are helping you, it gives me energy to do it. Believe you me, it's a lot of work. Okay, Rihema says, do we critique literature or findings? In this case, you are critiquing literature. You are critiquing what other scholars found out, other people's findings. Remember, your findings will become someone else's literature. So you are critiquing the literature. We are talking about literature review. We talked about synthesizing it. Now we are talking about critiquing it. You need to be able not just to group or synthesize or find the relationship. Now you need to go deeper and ask questions about each of those and be able to tell us. So like in this case, somebody was saying, please repeat the London example. Let me just quickly repeat it. Imagine a study done about online learning with 15 students, all from one private university in London. But you are in Africa. Okay? So this is how you will critique. Although the study provides useful insights into student experiences, the small sample size, do you see that? The small sample size and private university setting may limit generalizability to public institutions in African context. That is, if you are studying public what? Public institutions in Africa. So the context is different. The method also is different. The sample size is different. You understand? That is critique. You are not insulting anybody. You are not disrespecting anybody, but you are doing what we call academic judgment. You are doing academic judgment. That's what we call critique. Part 6, the critique checklist. Your 5 academic lenses. Your 5 academic lenses. We are about to complete, guys. I'm sorry, we cannot say everything about literature. It's very broad, but I believe what we are talking about will change, will help you in a way. Ruta says, you don't know how helpful your lectures are. Wow, I'm humbled to hear that. I'm very humbled to hear that. User 1392 says, is it advisable to use AI to summarize an article? Very interesting question. Let me tell you what I come across with my students, especially my mentees from across the world. Many of them, their supervisors tell them, never ever use AI. Now, when your supervisor says that, you might as well just do that. Because the day your supervisor finds that you have used the AI, you are finished. But what also that means is that you are going to have to work extra hard. Because remember, AI is a tool. So any work that you do, the speed at which you maneuver, your level of effectiveness, and the time that you take depends on what tools you are using. So personally, I say yes. Why? Because I am a very adaptable person. I lecture change management. So generally, I'm wired for change. And naturally, I'm that kind of person who is quite aggressive in using new technology. So I embrace AI. I talk about AI. I research about AI. But on my channel, you will see that I rarely give people tips on how to use AI for this, AI for that, AI for that, because I've seen that different universities recommend different things. Madings, thank you so much. God bless you. Different universities recommend different things, so I don't want to put some people in unnecessary problems. But those who come to me one-on-one, I assess the person. Is this kind of person who has accepted AI and they can use it responsibly? If they are, then I will help them and give them the tools for AI. But otherwise, the majority of them, I will help them with the literature metrics and all this, the traditional way of doing things. It's a bit harder, takes more time, but you are somehow safe from problems. Because I also get quite a number of inquiries from students that are already in trouble, that have been called for hearing because their chapters or their proposal or their dissertation is 100% AI or 50% AI, 60% AI, 90% AI. You see, that becomes problematic. AI is a tool. So, to answer your question, do I advise you to use AI? It depends. Does your university allow it? Does your supervisor allow it? Okay, even if they allow you, are you disciplined enough to stay away from relying on AI 100%? Does that make sense to you? I hope you get it. Okay, let me finish part 6. The critique checklist, your 5 academic lenses. Here are 5 lenses you can use to critique any study. Guys, I'm giving you gold. I'm giving you gold. Number 1 is the method. Number 1 is what? The method. Was the design appropriate? was the design used in the study appropriate? Number 2, sample. Sample. Was it large enough or was it diverse enough? The sample. So it can be the method. In other words, we are talking about the design. Number 2 is the sample. Number 3, context. Speaks. Thank you. God bless you. Context. Where was it done? Does it match your context? Like we spoke of London, and then you are in South Africa or Botswana, Zambia, Mozambique, wherever, Benin, Nigeria, the Gambia, Rwanda, and so on. Where was it done? Does it match yours? Number 4, evidence. Do the results support the claims? People have a tendency to claim what is not in the findings, especially those who over-rely on AI. Hey, one day I will do a video where I can tell you how we, as examiners, how we quickly know. One way we quickly know that you are using AI. You see, in academia, we don't want to give claims. We don't want to say, this is how things are done. You can see even from the way I'm answering some of the questions, I'm being very careful. Because fields are different, people are different, levels are different, universities are different, departments are different. You cannot completely say, this is the way things are done. You can be misleading people. So they are studied, especially AI. AI tries to be smarter than humans, you know that. So one way of knowing when somebody is using AI is there's some overconfidence. So you must check evidence. Does the results support the claims? Number 5, gaps. What did they ignore or miss? What did they ignore or miss? You will not get stuck if you use this 5-lens method. So 1, method, was the design appropriate? 2, sample, was it large enough or diverse enough? 3, context, where was it done? Does it match your context? 4, evidence. Do the results support the claims? 5, gaps. What did they ignore or miss? Part 7. So the topic is social media use and academic performance among university students. Social media use and academic performance among university students. Study 1, Uganda. Survey of 300 students. Study 1, Uganda. Survey of 300 students. Study 2, South Africa. Interviews with 20 students. Study 3, Kenya. Mixed methods with 150 students. Those of you who have gone through different journal articles, you know what I'm talking about. You will find that the same study, it's still social media and academic performance among university students. But one study has got a survey of 300 students. Another one has interviews with 20 students. Another one has mixed methods with 150 students. Now, the theme, time management and distraction. In other words, we are saying, how far does overuse of social media or time spent on social media by university students distract them from their schoolwork? Synthesis paragraph. Research across African universities consistently shows that heavy social media use is linked to reduced study time and increased distraction. Quantitative surveys in Uganda and Kenya report a significant negative relationship between daily screen time and GPA, while qualitative evidence from South Africa highlights students' struggles with concentration and procrastination. However, some studies also suggest some studies also suggest that academic performance is not up. I hope you are getting it. So we have talked about those studies that are supporting each other to say, when you spend so much time on social media, you are going to fail in class. But there are also other studies that differ. You cannot have all the studies agreeing. Where are those that don't agree? Okay? However, some studies also suggest that academic performance is not affected equally for all students, as those with stronger time management skills appear less vulnerable, indicating that self-regulation may mediate the relationship. So you will be putting your citations, obviously. So what have you done here? You have combined synthesis with critique. You have put them together in that paragraph. So we connected the pattern, we acknowledged the differences, and we identified a condition. Part 8, the non-negotiable. Your literature review must lead somewhere. Your literature review must lead somewhere. Here's what separates undergrad from postgrad writing. Undergrad often ends with many studies have been done. So there are things that we will accept at undergrad. There are things that we will accept at undergrad. An undergrad can just write, many studies have been done. But postgrad ends with, however, despite extensive research, limited attention has been paid to blah, 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 blah. Now you are showing your postgrad. You have gone an extra mile. Now imagine somebody asking that question to say, should undergrad also follow this? If undergrad can get this, then they become dangerous. They become very good. Excellento. 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 Right? Your literature review must end with a gap. Your literature review must end with a gap. I have written, thank you, Lady T, God bless you. I've written a research gap guide, which talks about what is a research gap, what are the types of research gaps that are there, and how do you identify a research gap. I've also written another guide called the Research Problem Guide, which teaches you how to write a research problem. And it has got a lot of examples there as well. Then I have other guides. There are guides for every level has got its guide, where, for example, PhD proposal for beginners, master's proposal for beginners, honors proposal for beginners, and things like that. So you will do well if you click the link in the bio. Poplar, thank you so much. God bless you. Okay, so the gap is what justifies the study. Your gap can be, because I saw some people were asking about the gap, the literature. Your gap can be, one, missing population, a missing population, e.g. rural students. It can also be a missing region, e.g. Botswana or Namibia. It can be a missing variable, e.g. mental health. It can be a missing method, too many surveys but not enough interviews in the area that you're doing. And of course, it can also be outdated evidence. Maybe last research was done in 2016 and nobody has done another study again. So it means there is a gap there. There are many others that you can find in my guide if you get a chance. So your study becomes necessary when there's a gap. If there's no gap, your study is not necessary. Part 9, as we come to the end, bringing it home, a unified example. Let's stitch it together with a vivid, realistic example. Topic, exploring coping strategies of postgraduate students during dissertation burnout in Ghana. Exploring coping strategies of postgraduate. Thank you, Esther. God bless you. Exploring coping strategies of postgraduate students during dissertation burnout in Ghana. What are the themes? Theme 1, academic pressure and supervision challenges. Theme 2, financial stress and work-study balance. Theme 3, coping mechanisms and resilience. So the themes are very, very crucial. That's where you start to do your synthesis. So synthesis plus critique plus gap. Now I'm giving you a paragraph. Existing research highlights that postgraduate burnout is strongly linked to heavy workloads, unclear supervision expectations, and financial strain. While studies from Europe and North America emphasize institutional counseling and structured support systems, you put the citations there in brackets, right? Fewer studies examine how postgraduate students in African contexts cope in settings where mental health services may be limited. You put citations now from the African authors. Additionally, much of the current literature relies on cross-sectional survey data, leaving a gap in qualitative understanding of lived experiences. This study, therefore, explores data. As an examiner, my man, I'll be looking for a coffee or a tea because I'm enjoying what you are writing. Now, that is a literature review that makes sense. So never ever forget, for your literature chapter to stand out, you must know how to synthesize, and you must know how to critique, not to summarize. Stop summarizing. It's old-fashioned. Upiti, thank you so much for that beautiful gift. God bless you. What a nice way to end the live with that perfume from UPT. God bless you. So there you have it. Your literature review is not a monster. It is not an elephant. It is a map. Learn to synthesize and learn to critique, and soon you will be testifying. Your assignment tonight. Hey, I know you love homework. You love homework. I know you. Number one, choose one theme in your topic. Choose just one theme in your topic. Number two, find 5 strong papers. Now, this is for those of you that are starting. I know there are a lot of you that have been reaching out to me that you need assistance to come up with a topic, or maybe to check whether the topic is actually making sense, right? Remember, the topic itself is not enough. You also need to have a strong research problem. I don't know why in academia people continue to say the topic is the most important thing. The research problem is the most important thing. When I mentor students one-on-one, they say, no, I have this topic, I have that one. I want to know your research problem. Okay? And you are not going to structure your literature properly if your research questions and your research objectives are not tallying with the research aim. Mashdi, thank you so much. God bless you. That's why I insist when you come to me that you need help with a topic, and then I tell you pay 4,000 rands or pay $265. Some people are going, what? Just a topic. I am a research mentor. I'm not a tutor. You come to me, I don't help you with just a topic, because to me, a topic makes no sense. 13 years of doing this, guys. Winning 16 awards doing this. I know research problem is more important. How you align your research aim to your research problem, to your research questions, to your research objectives, and in some cases to your hypothesis matters, and how you link those to the methodology. So you are suffering with topic. If you come to me, just know we are not just going to talk about topic, because I can help you with the topic. Topics can keep on changing, my friend. But if you have a good research problem, you are good. That's why I also have a guide on the research problem, because I know the research problem is the most important thing. I hope it's making sense to you. So the next time you inbox me, the next time you email me, the next time you WhatsApp me, and I tell you pay $4,000 or pay $265, don't frown. Just relax. You are talking to somebody who has supervised over 400 postgraduate students in the past 13 years. You are talking to somebody who has been a chair at international research conferences. You are talking to someone who reviews journal articles regularly. You are talking to somebody who sits on research committees of various universities across Africa and the UK. Just to let you know. So when you come to me, we are not just talking topic, my friend. We are talking concept note. We are talking research outline. We are already seeing, Pullen, God bless you. We are already seeing what the examiner wants, because I'm an examiner. Does that make sense to you? I hope you are getting it. Yeah? So choose one theme in your topic. Number 2, find strong papers. Number 3, write one synthesis paragraph. Just one. Using the formula pattern, differences, condition, gap. Pattern, differences, condition, gap. And remember, clarity is king. Thank you, Speaks. Thank you for that, Heart Me. Clarity is king. You don't need to sound complicated. You need to sound intelligent and organized. You have got this. Your research is important. Doing it right matters. I love you. Now I have more than 99 messages. And we were supposed to end at 2030, and it's already 2036. I'll just pick a few questions or comments, and then we say good night. Let me put my email again so that you can get in touch with me. Yeah, so when you get in touch with me, guys, I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm not trying to sound better than anyone, but I know what I'm talking about. So when you want help from one of the best in the world, just be willing to pay. Simple. You pay and you get the best service. Those of you who I see some of my clients here that have come to me for mentorship. They know what I'm talking about. I go beyond what I promise. Do you have a guide on how to search for the authors? Not really, but each of the guides that talk about like PhD guide for beginners, right? PhD proposal for beginners, master's proposal for beginners, honors proposal, it will touch on that. Maybe I should consider actually one that touches on what you are asking, Lady T. Thank you for that. Do you have a guide on how to search for the authors? I'll look into that. But that means I also need to check what I already have so that I don't duplicate. Okay? Esther, Jimmy, wonderful. Thank you, Esther. I appreciate you, man. I need PhD guys for beginners. I don't know what that means. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. I love you. I hope the live has helped you. Many of you know that this kind of stuff doesn't just come like that. These are things that people pay for. But I'm so happy. It's a privilege to have you here and to see you testifying. Those of you who said you have defense, please go and represent us well. In case you need my help for the defense, prepare for the defense, or to do a mock defense with me, just DM me and we'll be able to help you. For the last time, Ingrid, thank you so much. God bless you. For the last time, let me put my WhatsApp link again. That's my WhatsApp link. You just click it right now and you'll be sending a message to me. I may not be able to respond to you today, or maybe I can respond sometime tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But if you send a message right now to that email address, I'll be able to respond to you. I make sure I respond to everyone. If you DM me, I make sure I respond. If I take a day or two, just know that my schedule is very tight. You know, just like yours is very tight. I may not be able to respond immediately, but I will definitely respond. I will definitely respond to you. Avoid writing hi, just a hi. Hi doesn't make sense. Tell your story. What is it about? What kind of help do you need? Dakul B says, please assist me with the research. I'm struggling with the literature review. Okay, I'm here for you. Just DM me or click the link in my bio or click that WhatsApp link that I've pinned there. Pumpkin B, thank you so much for that. God bless you guys. You know, I'm so encouraged by this. I'm encouraged. By the way, I don't make any money from TikTok. I know that some people think we are making a lot of money. That's why we are being very energetic and doing this. I don't get a single cent from TikTok. I don't get a single cent, but I'm so glad if whatever I'm saying is helping you, and those of you who are able to come for one-on-one or get my guides and so on. Oh, by the way, we have some professors and doctors here, and some of you who want to become academics. Guys, I have written a book. It's a game changer. It's a game changer. It's a game changer. If you are a lecturer and you want to be promoted, you have been wondering why you are not being promoted, you need to get that book. It's only $50 for now. By end of February, March, it will go back to $200. I'm telling you, you read that book, it will completely change. There are 5 pillars for you to make it in academia. There are 5 pillars for you to make it in academia. And I've detailed them there. From my experience of 13 years doing different things in academia, that book is dangerous. It's called From Lecturer to Full Professor or Senior Leader in Academia. So if you want that book, let me know also in the comment section. Not in the comment section because we are closing, but you can DM me or click the link in my bio. You will get that book for $50. That's about 1,000 rands. I know somebody's thinking, what? Remember, I told you the minimal you pay to meet with me for anything is 4,000 rands, which is $265. So if I write a book that can change your career or that can help you to get into academia, in 5-10 years, you are a professor and people are shocked, if that's what you want. Now, I have said to people, I know that there are people who are lecturers and they don't want to be senior lecturers. They are comfortable, and that's okay. There are people that are senior lecturers that don't want to be professors. That's still fine. There are people that are doctors and they are not keen to become professors, and that's still okay. I have never been keen to be a professor, but I'm beginning to warm up to the idea, of being a professor. What do you think? I'm beginning to feel like I want to be a professor, but in the past, it was not important to me, right? But I have helped a lot of people to get promoted and go higher, and I know how it works, right? I know what I've used to get to where I am, and I'm putting all that in the book, all right? So if you want that book, let me know. You get it for $50 or 1,000 rands. For the value that you get there, it's nothing. Hi, please, may I ask in which country are you based and your specialty? I'm in South Africa. I think I've mentioned my specialty a number of times. Entrepreneurship is my area when I supervise. But as a research mentor, because of the experience I have over 13 years working with students from different angles, different fields, for research mentorship, I help anybody, provided you and I understand each other and you provide me what your university wants. I will easily help you. But for research supervision, I do entrepreneurship, I do leadership, change management, and higher education. I registered yesterday for my honors under so much doubt, but you have given me much hope. Woo! Can you imagine? That's encouraging. Thank you so much, and congratulations for registering. God bless you. You are going far. Tatlison says, please help me choose a research topic in marketing. We will do that. You will be smiling. You will be smiling. You will be smiling very soon. Just DM me and we talk. I need assistance as well. You don't have to cry. Relax. Relax. I was talking to one of my clients the other day. She helped me to understand why many people struggle with topic. She said, it's not my area. She's a very smart woman. She's a manager in a certain big organization listed on the stock exchange. Very smart lady. She said to me, you know what? I'm lost. My supervisor says I must come up with 3 topics. I don't know where to start. All right? But I spoke with her, not for an hour. In less than 30 minutes, she was smiling. She said, Doc, okay. So now she was excited. She now saw why I charge people, not just for the topic, but now I talk to you about the research problem, and now your eyes open. You now understand what you are doing and why you are doing it, and it gets exciting. So anybody who is worried here, as long as you are willing to pay, just know when you come to me, you are coming to get world-class service. So consulting online, yes, I do virtual meetings and I do WhatsApps, I do emails. I rarely do calls. Where can I find the book? Pumla. Just send me a DM or a WhatsApp and I will send you a link. We are fine-tuning a few things. The book must be out by Saturday. We are fine-tuning a few things. The book must be out by Saturday. So Pumla is asking for the book. Dakubi, how much do we pay for the book or for consultation? For the book is $50. For consultation is 4,000 rands or 265 USD. All right, those of you who want my email, there it is. Okay. Doctor, how do I find good articles? I spoke about that. Unfortunately, you're a bit late, but I will share the recording. I also need assistance with topic formulation. Don't worry, just inbox me. Guys, click the link in my bio. You will get some of my checklists are for free, by the way. For free, because I've been a student. There are times when you don't have money, and you genuinely want to pay, but the money is not there. So that's why I make some of my products free. Now, what I see is that some people, they DM me, they send a WhatsApp, And then when I tell them the money, they say, I thought it's free. But I give you checklists for free. Did you go through them? No. Come on. Chris, how is literature mastery linked to entrepreneurship? Hey, it's everything. Because how is literature mastery linked to entrepreneurship? Oh, I think you are asking because I'm talking about literature, but I teach entrepreneurship. Okay, maybe you are not aware that I'm an external examiner, number one. Number two, I've been a conference chair several times, and I've published a lot of articles. I've presented a lot of research at research conferences. So research is a big thing, and I'm a strategic consultant. In strategy, we also do research. Yeah. I hope that answers you. I have mastered research and I sit on research committees. So this is what we do regularly. We check students' proposals, we check students' dissertations. I do examination for several universities. So yeah, I can easily talk about these things. Okay, guys, have a good night. Do you guys working full-time and studying full-time in honors? It depends on the kind of work that you're doing, because being full-time demands all your time to be in school, So it also depends on how old you are and how healthy you are. Otherwise, it can become too much for you. Stainy says, I am a teacher. Okay, it's Stainy who asked, you are a teacher. It also depends on whether you are a primary school teacher, you are a preschool teacher, you are a high school teacher, because I know that there are some teachers that knock off early. Like primary school teachers, they knock off early. Classes are Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Yeah, so it's doable. It's doable. What formula can I use to determine the sample size in developing a model facility? Unfortunately, that's outside what we are talking about today. Where are you in SA? I'm somewhere in SA. I do meetings online, so don't worry. Some things I can answer you when we are one-on-one. Hey, intentions of people in a public space like this one are different. So I'm in South Africa. Stainy says, thank you. You're welcome. Guys, good night. Good night, good night, good night. This is almost 2 hours here. I thought you are in PTA. I'm desperate. Yes, I'm in Pretoria. That could be. Well, now you are insistent, eh? Kimo Pretoria. Kimo Pretoria. Please, Doc, which sites are good for publication for dissertation? It depends. It depends. If I know which area you are, like which field, then I can be able to tell. Particularly those who come for one-on-one, I'm able to tell them in detail that you can go for this journal and this journal and this journal and this journal. Dakubi, please, I will send you an email now. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Public health, okay. Public health, thank you for the info. You're welcome. Guys, have a blessed night. Have a blessed night. I want you to rest. Thank you for the info. I appreciate that. Thank you, Doc. I will be reaching out for assistance for PhD. That's fine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's my WhatsApp link. For those of you who still want the WhatsApp link, I know that it's not everyone who gets these things fast. You can click that link, you are in straight, that you'll be in my inbox. I may not answer now. When is live again? Say, it's Tuesday 7 p.m. CAT, all things being equals, Tuesday 7 p.m. Tuesday 7 p.m. CAT. Yeah. Thank you, good people. The Lord bless you. Have a blessed night. Bye-bye. I salute you. Thank you too. All the best.